Hey guys, hope you're doing well today. I just wanted to send you kind of a quick update. Last night was a huge success, so thank you so much. We had a blast at the 11th and 12th grade house. I've heard Comfort was fantastic, 9, 10, 7, 8. So well done. First full night, we had a little over 80 students, which is fantastic. So I just want to thank you guys for that. These next few weeks, what I'm going to begin to do is send out more teaching-based, instructional-based videos to you guys. So they're going to be a little bit longer, but hopefully this will eliminate monthly meetings, and this will allow us to kind of grow and mature together as a team at your own pace. So what we're going to walk through today is kind of the launch. A couple things that we want to recoach with you guys is we need you at your house by 5:15 to help your host home figure out whatever else they need, and as well to have you guys have enough time to connect with your coach and prepare to receive your students. So that's super important. Just try to make that a priority to get there at about that time. Also, want to let you guys know is we want to really start to engage with parents. So I know for me, I was outside at the front of my house a couple times, and it's great just to be able to wave and say hi, as well as invite them to come in at the end of the night to pick up their kid. We don't want to create this kind of child care drop-off, pick-off feel. We really want to create a community environment. So begin to coach your parents, hey, just park and knock on the door and come on in and get your kid, and that way they can see some of the energy and some of the excitement. And it's also going to be a great onboard for them to maybe get plugged into the church as well. So super important for you guys. For these next few weeks, what we're going to really be doing is trying to challenge you guys when you find new leaders to invite them to Wednesday night first. So we still have our leadership application. We still have our onboarding process. And so instead of inviting people to the small group, which we had a couple awesome new guys last night, let's get them plugged in and a part of our body on a Wednesday, and then really esteem them to that small group pastor, small group position role as they get more plugged in. Other thing I want to encourage us with is let's try not to guilt our kids when we don't see them. We want this to be something that's exciting to them. We want this to be something that we're excited about. And so guilt and shame aren't necessarily motivators, but hey, I missed you. We had a great time. You should come this week are a lot better. So I haven't seen it yet, but I know typically what we do is we kind of crack those jokes and nudge them a little bit. Hey, where were you? Why didn't you come? And it's more of a shaming instead of an excitement. So talk about and share what you're passionate about. This Wednesday, what we're going to do is we're going to begin to break up in our homes. So during our 6:10 to 6:30 window, instead of all of you guys from a small groups coming together, we're going to begin to break you guys up in your homes so that you can recap. Your coach is going to kind of go over a chapter that we're going over right now, and then you're going to try to apply it on Wednesday. So this is a sifting season. Some people are going to stick. Some people are going to transition out. We're going to begin to try to find leaders that work well with each other. So begin to look at your house and begin to talk about who's the best team. Who do you complement? Who connects well with you? Maybe you need to be mentoring someone, and so you want to pull them in with you. We've been talking to the coaches, and we're beginning to pair you guys, and I think some strategic teams. But just know that we want you to be excited about who you're working with. We want you to be excited about building your small group. This is your group, and so we want you to take ownership. So we're going to send out kind of a list of who we think is a best fit where, and then if you want to say, hey, I'd rather do this, or here's what I'm thinking, or here's what I'm feeling, it's a team. So let's do that. The other thing is a couple of our houses, we were kind of lopsided guy-girl. So I know at my house, we were about 15 and 12. We had 15 guys and 12 girls, so it felt balanced. I know at the 9-10 house, it was like 11 girls and 4 guys. So guys, we need to recruit in that area, challenge those 4 guys like, hey, who's someone you want to do this with? But leaders, we need to be intentional about saying, who do I want in my group? And I really want to present this in the idea of building a kickball team, building a sports team. Go after the kids that you believe in. Go after the kids that you think are going to be a resource and a value to your group, who are going to lead your group, who are going to help expand your group. Go for them. Go for the kids that are going to create momentum. Go for the kids who have influence. Like, build something awesome. Don't just settle for what you get. Don't just, oh, I'm going to hand out a card. But if you acknowledge that there's a student who's a leader, pursue them and say, hey, I would love for you to be a part of this with me. I'd love for you to be in my group. I think we would do great. Just sell it. sell it, believe in it, begin to pray for God to bring those kids to you. So as we're challenging our students to go and find the one, I want to challenge you guys to do the same. Hey, find those kids that you believe in, and let's intentionally invest on Wednesday. It's not about getting big. Small groups aren't about being big. They're about getting better. And as we naturally get better, these groups will grow and multiply. And we want them to multiply. As many of you saw in the video the other day, our heart is really for us to empower our kids so that when they look back their senior year, they can say, hey, our group multiplied 5, 6 times. Like, we brought 25, 30 students into small groups, into community, into relationship. And it's really awesome when these things begin to happen. So the other thing, as a team, begin to think about who your next host home recruit is going to be. Some of our houses, I know we're almost to capacity. And so we'll sit and make it tight for a few weeks, but the day's going to come where we're going to have that talk. And I want us to begin to think about who's that next host home, who's that next individual that we want to invite into this mission, that we want to invite on this journey that we're in. So begin to talk as a team, begin to recruit as a team. Let's begin to collaborate as a team and plug people in where we think's best. This coming week 1, most of you guys should have got a Right Now Media Training email. And within that, there's a training link, and it will have the next 4 videos. I know there's 5, but next 4 videos that we're going to go through each week. So what I want you to do is the week before, obviously, so this week, watch lesson 1 and find something within the stories that are told, find something in the verse that's shared, find something that you can relationally connect with and communicate and share for yourself, and then engage conversation with your students. So again, our big hope is to facilitate conversation. We want personal application. How did you feel? What did you think about this? We want to challenge other students to say, hey, what did you hear them say? So that they're engaging and listening. When students begin to talk in general terms, hey, I think that'd be really difficult for so-and-so, apply it to them. Hey, when's the time that you've experienced that? And get them to share, get them to be vulnerable. And so we're going to be sifting and figuring this out. Kids are going to be able to float. So, we're going to challenge our students, hey, pursue the leader that you want. And they may not stick, and that's okay. There may be a group that's full right away, and there may be some of you that don't necessarily have kids these first few weeks, and that is okay. We are overstaffed, for lack of a better word, so that we can grow. We have overcommitted and found people so that as we grow, we're ready to catch them. And this launch season is the most difficult because we're starting from nothing. Now what I want to do is I want to talk about the book Lead Small. And this Wednesday, when you guys get in your groups, I want you to talk about how you as individuals want to apply this book to your small group. How do you want to apply it on a Wednesday? What does it look like? How do you give it flesh? So the first kind of 3 points within this Lead Small is really be present. Be present is kind of the basic expectation, the basic commitment as a small group leader, but it is one of the most key things that we as individuals can do. When we're present, we're creating consistency, and consistency breeds trust. Trust breeds communication. So all of this matters. When they see that you're putting them as a priority, that you're putting Wednesday as a priority, that you're investing, you're building relationship. Just like those students who are going to be faithful to come to your group each week, show consistency, you're going to lean towards them a little bit more. The other thing that we want you guys to do is we want you to really be present mentally. And some of us are just going to have to disconnect on a Sunday. I know for me, I didn't leave church this Sunday until about 3:30. I ran to H-E-B and got my food. I was home at about 4:15. I set everything up at 5, and I took a shower and came downstairs, and there's people in the house already. And I wasn't set up mentally for a teaching session. I was set up mentally to goof off and have fun, but I wasn't set up to go deep. So I want us to really think about and prepare ourselves. Hey, where do we want this group to go? Let's pray about it. Let's pray for our students. Let's jump into these things. The final thing that this kind of chapter talks about is showing up randomly. That could be anything from an Instagram video request, a verse that you're sending them, a thank you note, a card, a word of encouragement, a text message, showing up to a football game, anything that says, hey, I'm thinking about you. From the 5 love languages, this is really saying, I'm consciously thinking about you in this moment, and I want to show you something. And it's kind of like a surprise. We all love surprises. We all love gifts. And when a student gets a random text message, or when a student gets a verse sent to them on Instagram, or a photo liked and commented on, as silly as that sounds, these things win favor. So I just want to say, be awesome. You guys are killing it. I am so proud of who you are and what you're doing. I'm so proud of the teams that are being built. I'm so proud of the stories that are coming through this. And it's going to be messy and weird and awkward, but students are being impacted already. Vision is being cast. I mean, 80 students for a launch is ridiculous, and we haven't even started this thing. So be praying for your groups. This Wednesday, come and get some invite cards and intentionally go and talk to some kids. We're going to be showing a 3-minute tease clip and communicating about it this Wednesday. And then I'm also going to be in Comfort at FCA on Wednesday handing out Comfort invite cards. So let's do this thing. Our students are still going to be sitting in the sections by grade level. So that's a great opportunity for you to pursue the one, to find the one, and grow your group. So I appreciate you guys. I know this was a lot, but we are going to be awesome at this, and I believe in you. So have fun. Talk to you soon.